Welcome back to WagerTalk.com. I'm Marco D'Angelo, joined in studio with Tony Finn and Ralph Michaels. We're going to take a look at an NBA game for this weekend, and we're going to take a look. We got a big one on Saturday, guys. We've got the LA Clippers as they head in to play San Antonio on Saturday. Tony, I'll start with you. One of the problems that we have, now we're taping on Wednesday, but we're looking at a game with the San Antonio Spurs. You just never really know if you're going to get a full lineup with them or not. So we got to preface this video by saying, check the lineups on game day. See if they are playing everybody, because really, come Saturday, it's almost done for the Spurs. They're not going to catch the Warriors. Mathematically, I think they would have to win all of their games and Golden State lose them, but that's not going to happen. Where the Clippers, on the other hand, they are fighting for the fourth seed. The fourth seed, very important for you get a home court advantage in the first round, and they're battling with the Utah Jazz. How do you see this one, Tony?
Well, I agree 100%. First off, the Spurs are likely to be locked into the second seed. This will be their third game in 4 nights, which, if it's typical Greg Popovich, then exactly as you just outlined, who's he going to rest, who's he going to protect? There'll be 2 games left in the regular season. In this situation, a guy like Blake Griffin, who's averaged almost 30 points a game against the Spurs, not knowing who's going to start for San Antonio, then I believe wholeheartedly that, and we don't know the line. Again, you've predicated that there's going to be a game that's on Saturday. Here we are on Wednesday. So I still probably take the Clippers, and the Clippers are still going to be getting points in San Antonio. That would be my pick.
Well, if they rest everybody, and because of the need factor, we've seen how much they've adjusted lines. We may not get the Clippers as an underdog if they rest everybody. Ralph, how do you see this game? Clippers really don't play a good defense.
You know, I don't think Popovich will rest them. I mean, they were taping on Wednesday. They played an overtime game against Memphis on Tuesday, and he talked about maybe not playing everyone the next day. I think you're going to see them play. They want to play. Their team wants to play. Leonard wants to play. I look at the Clippers this way. I look to fade the must-need teams. You know, we see it all the time, and I'm going to go back and just use an example from the NFL. All those teams that had to win or had must-need to win, the lines are inflated by 2, 3, or 4 points, and you see them fall. Those other teams aren't going to roll over and fade. I think the must teams have pressure. They have they're playing against an inflated line. And you look at the LA Clippers. They finished this season, the last 13 games they're playing, 4 of them were on the road, 9 at home. Of those 4 road games, they played at Dallas, at Phoenix, at the Lakers. Now, that's a tough road trip.
Yeah.
And then the San Antonio game. The last playoff team they played on the road was March 18th against Utah. Meanwhile, San Antonio, while they're only 7-12 against the spread their last 19 games, 5 wins and covers came against the big boys: Utah, Oklahoma City, Cleveland, Atlanta, Golden State. I think San Antonio wants to play. I think they want to keep their domination over these top teams, and I like them.
Yeah, for me in this one, I'm going to wait till game day, see if we get everybody. If we do have all hands on deck, I like the Spurs in this one, simply because even if they do have everybody, you're still going to get a little bit of a shade on the line, because the public's going to know that the Clippers need the game more. And the situation, I just don't like this Clipper defense. They are not stopping anybody right now. Last 3 games, they gave up 124 to Washington, 118 to Phoenix, and 104 to the Lakers, and the Lakers are tanking. So it's a situation where this team just doesn't play defense, and we're going against one of the best defensive teams in the league, in the San Antonio Spurs. And if they come to play, and I think that after the Golden State game a week ago, where how do you respond after playing a game like that where you had the big lead and blew it at home? I think they need to make statements going into the playoffs, keep the momentum going. And we saw it last night. They came from behind and sent that game to overtime against Memphis in a meaningless game. I think the Spurs are going to run the table. So I like the Spurs. Tony, you lean a little bit to the Clippers because of the need factor with them.
Yes.
And Spurs not quite totally interested in. Ralph, you were on the
absolutely on the Spurs. Yep.
All right, there you have it. And again, make sure you check and see full strength with those lineups on Saturday for this one. Hey guys, and don't forget, every Friday at Wager Talk, it's Flashback Friday. Normally we charge $20 for games. You can pick up any play on on Friday for just $7. Check it out each and every Friday. It's Flashback Friday at wagertalk.com. We'll be back with more here at Wager Talk.